the StreamYard on the top right hand corner, the three little dots. I
Mhm.
pushed that button, and then it said connect. It said move over to like Chrome and connect, and I hit that button, and then now I got connected right away. So
All
next
right.
time I'll just go that way. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, that's probably what it. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Yeah, but I'm good though. Ryan. What's goody?
What's good, man?
You know what I said, boy? Technical difficulties, but we here, so you know what I mean. So we all good. Let's get it.
What is up, everybody? We're back with another interesting video today. Sorry for difficulties. There are a lot going on with StreamYard. Hopefully, we'll get everything situated for the next show, either Wednesday or Saturday. But we are here. You guys take a look at the thumbnail. I got three questions regarding for the thumbnail. It's should Doc Rivers get fired? Should Giannis get traded? Or are the Bucks in trouble? That is the topic of today's video. But my co-host have something that he wants to discuss in the show, so he'll get the opportunity to do that. With all being said, this is the Basketball Truth and Knowledge. I'm your co-host, Aramis.
I'm Ray Daniels. Let's get it.
And we are back, y'all. Let's get right into it. All right. What's going on, man? How you been, bro?
Man, listen, I've been away from the show for a couple weeks. I had a few deaths in the family. Had to go to a funeral last week. So some families came from out of town. So trying to show them some love and support and all that kind of stuff, and just life, man. But I'm happy to be back, ready to go. I seen you and Juice was holding it down for me. So I watched a couple shows, and I saw we got up to 50 viewers last week. So that's awesome that we
sure
picking up some movement.
Yeah. Just off that one video that we did last week is Saturday, and so I just did
Okay.
I am now uploading clips to each social media so everybody can get the gist of it. I don't know what happened, and then so guys, I'm now uploading small clips from the same video, but there's different clips of the video that I will post out. I'll post it on Facebook, Instagram, I think X, I think, but I think like every video that we make, I'll pick out the most important clip and I'll just post that on social media, so all the viewers and all the fans can look at it, subscribe, comment.
Right. Yeah, you did some good editing on that too. So I was like, okay, I see it.
Right.
I see it.
Right, and my dad showed me how to do it, so I can go in and do it anytime. So we good. We can get more.
Right. Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, listen, we all learning the business. You know what I'm saying? And the more tricks you learn, the better it is. Sharpen your toolbox.
Yeah. All right. So you texted something. What was it yesterday that he had something important to say? So what
I did was basically because I just been watching. Trying to make sense. I hadn't been on in a couple weeks and the NBA started. So I just went in and kind of seen a couple things. So I got a couple questions for y'all. I thought Juice would be on today, but I guess he couldn't make it. But it's okay because we're here. So the first one, obviously, we want to talk about Bronny because Bronny is a hot topic in the NBA right now. But I actually saw that he actually dropped his first 2 points versus Cleveland yesterday in a fadeaway jump shot. I said, okay, so.
He used he used the famous LeBron signature, the little the little LeBron signature shot. Yeah, man.
Hey, listen, it was money though. You know what I mean?
It was money. And if you look back to LeBron's first bucket, it was the same shot. It's like the same spot. It's history making that. You got your son making his first NBA basket.
Right. And Amos, you play basketball. That corner shot is a very hard shot because you can't see the backboard. Like, most of the time you can kind of see the backboard, you can kind of see the box behind the backboard, all that kind of stuff. When you're shooting from the side, you see nothing but the rim. So that's a very difficult shot. And he actually buried it with a defender on him. So I was very impressed with the shot. I said that was a tough bucket. It wasn't just a little wide open look.
Yeah. I think for most I think for most shooters, like I think that's like the most difficult side that everybody has to get comfortable with because I know a lot of shooters like to shoot from the wing, from the left and right wing, the top of the key, from like to be able to see the backboard and know if it's gonna go in or not. If you on the side, it's a little
Man, you
difficult.
don't see nothing but the rim,
Yeah,
and it's a
that's
cylinder.
all
The
you
rim is,
see.
you can't really see. You just see that in the net, so it's a very difficult shot. But shout out to Bronny. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
been taking a lot of heat, from just because his dad is King James, which I get it. Then let me ask you a question: Is what is all the talk on social media about G League talk? So before you answer, this is what somebody told me. They were saying that we're not for sure if the G League talk was just fabricated or not, because they were saying that basically when he was drafted, he signed to a contract. But I do know that the organization has the right to send you down if they deem so. So that's what was going to be one of my questions. Is that fabricated information, or is that almost true that they're talking about sending him to the G League? Am I thinking he only 5-6 games in? So why would you do that just off of that bit of time? So that was one of my questions I was going to pose to you today. Is that true that they're talking about sending Brian to the G League, or is that
Um. Well, I did see it. I did see that it was. I'm not sure if they confirmed it, but it was a little bit of a reminder that he might go to the G League, opposing the 5 home games that. No, I'm sorry. I think he said the 5 road games that Brian will be a part of, and he'll go to G League. But I was saying that he should go to the G League so that he can gain some experience by himself in the G League. But I'm not. It's not confirmed yet because as
right?
you see, he was playing in Cleveland and Akron, just like their home. But it's not confirmed yet, so we don't know the official update about him going to the G League because
Right,
they haven't really said anything yet. But they just kind of
right,
threw it out there. And the one thing I hate about that is because like don't throw it out there and specify that he's going to G League and then not clarify is he actually going or is he not?
right. That was not confirmed from the Lakers organization, to
Right.
my knowledge. So I don't know if that was just somebody
No,
saying
because I
that
was
or whatever. But obviously, it's going to take traction like it did to this point. It's all over the world, basically saying that, and I don't know if what merit it has to it. But what I will say is that I personally, going to the G League has pros and cons to me. Like going to the G League, yeah, okay, you want to go to G League and he can get playing time. We would assume that he's gonna get a lot of
well,
playing time. But my
well,
thing
yeah,
is,
because he's by himself. I
you
mean, I
still
mean,
not playing at the highest level. Like to me, you stay
right.
there this year, and like you say, he just scored a bucket. This and that, and they try to get him as much time when they can on the court because it's nothing like playing at the right level that
Well, I
he's
think
in now. So you
what
won't get that in the G League. You won't get NBA minutes in the G League. You'll just get time and tightening up your game against competition. But to me, it's not still the same. I'd rather see him stay in the role he's in, coming off the bench, and getting his minutes as needed. Because you can go to the G League and all that, and still get in the NBA and sit on the bench same way. So my thing is sit on the bench, and when you get your opportunities, you be ready, and you practicing with the people every day.
yeah, well, I
That's
think
just
what
my
it
opinion
is.
on it.
Yeah, well, and another thing is too why I think LA is probably going to consider putting him there is because he didn't make the roster cut. Dalton Connect made the roster cut, and he's behind Austin Reeves as far as coming off the bench. And it was cool that they brought Bronny in, to play, in Cleveland to have him score his first bucket. But
Mhm.
I feel like the way how JJ Redick and the organization of LA for the Lakers, I don't know how they're going to handle the situation, but I do know that Bronny is not in the rotation as far as behind D'Lo or anything else. But I
So
know
so let me ask you this because I don't have the actual roster in front of me. So
I can
who
pull it for you.
who's the first one coming off the bench to back up the 1 and 2? Because
Uh,
Bronny can play 1 or 2.
we know well we do know that Dog Connect is behind Austin Reeves, so he's definitely the two.
Okay, so coming off the bench is he's behind all. Who's the first one? Who's the first guard coming off the bench, or first 2 guards?
First two
Because
guards,
I
I
don't
have
know
to
who the
say.
starters are, but I apologize, I don't have a list, but I'm sure you have it somewhere. Because to me, well, my whole point is I'm asking you. Of course, he's not going to be the sixth or seventh man coming off the bench, or even the eighth man. So that means that to me, he's the third guard coming off the bench, and in that capacity, he's fine. You know what I mean? Because if he's not the number, no, he's not going to be the first go-to guard coming off the bench. I understand that, but if he's in the 3 spot, that's a good spot for him because that means you come in if the Lakers in any situation where they have a lead, he can come in at that point and say, hey, I got some minutes here, things like that. Or if somebody gets in foul trouble, he might can get sparingly minutes like that. But that's the journey and role I think is the best position for him to stay in and stay on the team because those are still good minutes. You have some people
Oh
that play
wait,
on the teams and they stay in that role the whole time.
oh wait,
Because to me,
hold
going
on.
to the G League, okay, you're going to get more time, but at the end of the day, if he's the third guy coming off the bench, that's still a good spot for Bronny. And then he can fight his way, up, and never know how the injuries will go, or if he continues to
Well,
improve. So that's why I was just trying to wonder what's his rotation.
well. As far as the rotation, okay. So I got the Lakers depth chart. So the starters, you got D'Lo, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron, and AD. For the second, we got Gabe Vincent, Max Christie, Dalton Connect, Jerry Vanderbilt, but he's hurt. So Rui will have to switch in between Vanderbilt. No, I'm sorry. Rui will have to switch in between LeBron and himself, and you got Jackson Hayes as the center. And if you go to the third rotation, you got
Right. So
Austin Reeves
so
at the
so so
one.
wait, so Bronny is in the third rotation, right? So to me, that's a good spot for him.
No,
I don't know why everybody's so
no,
quick to send him to the G League if you're in the third spot because anybody could get hurt,
no. He's not in the third spot.
which
He's in the
automatically
fourth.
puts him into the 2.
Brian's no. Brian's in the fourth rotation. He's fourth. He's not. He's not in the second or third. He's the fourth with Gabe Vincent, Cam Reddish,
Okay.
and Christian Woods. Which is Christian Woods is hurt. Jared Vanderbilt is hurt. So he's in the fourth. But if you go to the third, you got Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect, LeBron, Rui, and then between 80 and Jackson Hayes will be that center. So
Right.
he had like a small amount of minutes played when he's with Cleveland, and then everybody else took over. But they lost to Cleveland, which Cavs is now 6-0. They're undefeated right now because they won their other game. They were 5-0, now they're 6-0. LA is
Mhm.
3-2. So actually, no, I think they're 4-2 because they did win that other game. Yeah, they're 4-2. Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
yep. So LA's 4-2. Now, how do you feel about JJ
Right.
Redick's role with LA so far? Because right now LA is 4-2, which is a good record, and Eddie's playing MVP year. So what do
Right.
you think?
So you can't say anything. It's 4-2. Rather you want to say, hey, it's the players, whatever you want to say. The man's 4-2 on the books. He's good.
Right.
Now, if he
And
was
and think
zero and
about it.
six, we'd be having a no other conversation. But he's
Right.
not. I think he's fine for right now, and we won't really be able to know that answer until we get to around the All Star break. Because by the All Star break, you're pretty much gonna
Everything gets a
be,
little yeah.
positioning.
You get a tough roster right
Yeah. So
after
that's
you're at the All-Star game. Right, because like think about it, LA has had a phenomenal season each beginning of the season, but at the All Star, it becomes that cricket lineup. I mean, that cricket
right.
start right after, and everything gets a little hectic. Now I feel like JJ has to get prepared for that moment. But I feel like he's gonna have a good run. A
Yeah.
good
So yeah, I think that question is just a little premature, and we have to just sit back and give it some more time. I think what's gonna be a really good telltale is when they played what is the thing called, and where they played a inter conference thing or whatever. What is that? What is the one they play in December?
December.
Interleague play or whatever
Tell me the playing tournament.
it's called. What is
It's
that
called the
called? An
playing
interleague
tournament.
play?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
in
called
play.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yes, yeah. So
yeah,
that
so
starts.
when that is over, when does that start, Aramis?
That starts November 12th.
Yeah,
So
so let's watch that tournament because that's gonna be a snapshot of a real, where you got to make some adjustments and it's a playoff style atmosphere. So we don't even really have to wait till All Star. That's going to tell a lot based on that series. Rather they win or lose, did he make the good decisions when you got to, really come down to coaching and the valuable minutes down the stretch in that tournament. So I
right,
think that we'll get the answer a little bit sooner than that based on that tournament.
right, because think about this way, because last year LA was undefeated in that tournament when they had Darvin Ham. So let's see if LA can keep it up the same way that they did last year, because they were undefeated last year and they won the World Cup in that tournament. Let's see.
Right, right,
Let's see if JJ can make some better
right.
adjustments
Yeah,
that LA can proceed to be undefeated again in the tournament. But
right.
but my thing is that I feel like and this too that JJ is the first head coach to win 2 back-to-back home games in the first opening season. Darvin Ham has won less home games when he was coaching with us, and JJ has been doing really good as far as coaching, but as far as like you got a long way ahead of you, JJ. So you gotta. There's gonna be some teams that you face.
Right.
You have to make some
Yeah.
adjustments because you can't keep the same kind of adjustment each time you play a team. So with Boston, what are you gonna do with that? What Memphis? Because you got Memphis next. That's a hard team because you got Zach Heath,
Right.
John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. Desmond Bain is hurt, so you don't have to worry about Desmond Bain. And then and then you got some and then Memphis has like way more players than any other team in the league. Did you know that Memphis got at least I think they got at least their roster is overstacked. So they got a deep depth chart.
Right.
I don't know how many players that they got on that team, but they got way more players than any other NBA team in the league right now.
Right.
So
Well, I guess I think Reddick's going to be fine for now, and then we can just table that conversation till the tournament start. Like you said, in the next week it starts, so we'll be able to know a lot of answers about making adjustments and all that kind of stuff. But so moving on, I had some other things I jotted down here. I actually
okay.
saw that James Harden actually got 26,000 points. So he's surpassed that mark, which is congratulations. That's a lot of buckets in the league. 26,000 points. I don't know where he ranks as far as top to bottom, but that's a special club to say he didn't score 26,000 points in the league so far. So hats off to him. And the next one I want to talk about was your team, the Golden State Warriors. They said they're off to a hot start. I think they 4-1, 5-1, or something like that.
We're
And
we're 4-1. We beat the Pelicans twice, one at home and one away.
yeah. And so when I was looking at it, they would say they was off to a great start. They were saying that they hadn't really played some of the perennial powerhouses, but I tell them, like even when you say you only can play who in front of you so far. So thus far they're playing pretty good. They said Draymond was playing good, but there's one player that I wanted to ask you about. His name is Brandon Rominski, second-year guard.
He's a phenomenal guard too, and I
Coming in,
love.
and they were saying that this guy was, name is Brandon Rodzimski. And they were saying, like, I guess he was filling in that role for Klay Thompson. So what are your
Yeah,
thoughts on that young player? He's a second-year player.
I've seen him develop throughout the year, even behind Clay. Like he's been a big step too in helping out with the shooting because his shooting percentage has been phenomenal for the last 4 games that they played, and been a really big help. I can actually pull up his. Oh, I'm gonna best reference, guys. Give me a minute. Let me pull up his stats real quick.
Yep, I'm here.
Hold on, give me a minute. I need to pull up his stats.
Yeah, they would say, so I this is my first time really, I took some time out to do a little bit of homework, you can see, and then, that's the player that, actually took Clay's spot, and they were saying that he was, definitely coming along and doing some positive things for that organization, got him off to a hot start.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up his stats. Hold on. You got any more questions though?
No. So I was just talking about him, the hot start he had, and I also saw that Spurs, and of course you said, Wamby and Morant, they said they were off to some strong starts to open up the season, and of course, my pick was the Spurs making the playoffs this year. So definitely glad to see them pushing in the right direction. And also saw that Cleveland, they were saying, was definitely made some. I forgot who the new addition they got to Cleveland, but they definitely, pushed themselves up in that top conversation in the East, as far as top five or top five teams in the East.
Well, Cleveland has been the exact same team for the remaining of the years when they required Donovan Mitchell. I think that they just became more humble and they became more like I feel like they kind of found a way to just stay dominant and stay persistent.
Gelling. They starting to gel where they getting a consistency play from everybody night in and night out, and that's the difference when you have a team like even when you talk about the perennial teams like now, Boston. Every night you're gonna get a solid effort, you know what I mean, and then you have like Philly gonna give you a decent amount, but again they're gonna give you a consistent enough where you're not gonna lay down. Same with the Knicks. And then, when you say those three, then you still have to bring in, a team that started gelling, similar to what we're talking about for Cleveland, is Indiana Pacers. Remember, Indiana Pacers was last year, came out of nowhere. So now you have to look at them as a solid team that you have to be reckoned with, because they're going to give you a consistency night in and night out with the roster they have at this point, as far as gelling. So that's what I think, that Cleveland has got to that point. And once you can get to that kind of point as a team, now you can say, hey, you're at least a playoff caliber team.
Yeah. Here I just put up his stats. So he's only averaging 10 points a game, 5.6 rebounds a game, 4.2 assists. He's only averaging 36.7 as a field goal, and that's Brandon Brzezinski. He's getting 30 to 25 minutes per game. His 3-point percentage, so he doesn't have a good 3-point percentage as of Clay, but as far as like field goal percentage was higher. As far as points wise was higher than Clay's. But I feel like Brandon he chooses his spots more better than Clay does.
Well, you gotta look at it like this. Amos, you gotta look at it like this. He's not Clay. He's not nowhere near a Clay. So we shouldn't even.
Not, but it's just like see,
he's not comparable. But when you said the man with the stat you just put up, that's a solid contribution from a second-year player.
Right. And that's good too. I mean, he's only shooting 36.7% as a field goal, and you don't gotta have a higher field goal to be better. I mean, as long as you have a decent field goal, like a 36.7, that's good. Because think about it, Buddy Hield is shooting 64%. 60 for 50% from the field. That's hard. Like that was hard in Clay's. You know, but I mean, I'm not trying to compare Clay to Buddy Hield, but Buddy Hield has shot way much better than Clay has. Of Clay being here, and he has shown tremendous, even even without Curry, like Clay. I'm sorry, with Buddy Hield, he would find his way, he would create his own spot. That's who Buddy Hield is. He would create his own spot around the perimeter, around the court. He find his shot and he'll make it. And he's a sharpshooter. He's been a sharpshooter his whole career.
Right.
I just think that like for me, I would say a good upgrade from Clay will have to say Buddy Hield, because I feel like not only did we have Clay, who was a tremendous shooter, but we got a sharpshooter who can fill in that spot as well behind Clay. I mean,
well,
Brandon,
you know what? I think, Aramis, you know, to speak with you in that, and I wasn't aware of what you just brought that up. What I would say is that it's hard to replace a Clay. You're talking about an all-star player, period. And so if you pull up that other person's numbers, you said plus Brandon's numbers, it's really two of them to fill the shoes for him. And then you said one gives you something and the other one gives you something else. So the two of them could probably make up what Clay brought as a whole. And then it's up to the coaching to be able to say, okay, so, you know, I got to be able to bring. Now you got to really coach, because you don't have one player that can give you all of that. You have two, so you have to mix and match them. But at least they still have an opportunity to let those two players, you know, fill a void. And you know, like I said, I was very impressed with the start where Brandon brought. But like I said, if he's not the sharpshooter is the other player you said. What's the other player's name you said? The one that can shoot, there's a little better shooter?
Buddy Hield.
So Buddy Hield. So to me, again, that's a coaching thing. You know, if you can bring in that, and you know, you can figure a way to have those two players rotate out of that spot, you know, which gives you, because if Buddy Hield's not hot, if Buddy Hield get hot, you leave him in, because he can give you that high percentage 3-point shooter better than Brandon. And then, you know, if he's not so hot, then you still can bring in and give you all the attributes that Brandon can bring. So I think that's still a good rotation spot for them too, in the void of Clay.
Right, because for the past for the last 5 games, he's had 22, 27, 8. That was probably because he had a bad shooting day. 28 and 21. He's only averaging 21.2 points per game. He's at 3.6 rebounds a game and a 2.6 assists a game.
Mm-hmm. And who is that? Whose stats are you reading now?
This is Buddy Hield for the last 5 games, and he's barely had any turnovers. The one game he had against, I think that was against Utah. No, I'm sorry. The game against the Clippers, he had 4 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and 8 points. So Clippers basically just shut everybody down. We couldn't score as much at all.
Yeah. But I have to see the Clippers. I like I said, I just started tuning in to try to follow up and sharpen up on some of the games. I got to try to definitely, you know, this holiday season coming up, I'll get a lot more opportunity to sit down and watch some of the teams. But
yeah,
I definitely was impressed with their start. The Lakers got a good start. I saw that the Knicks, you know, all the teams that you thought, you know, was going to be in the position to push the nod, you know, is doing well. And then, like we talked about the other day, John Morant team, you know, so. Again, we remember we was with Juice. We were talking about Morant, and then they were talking about Dallas. You know, you brought up Dallas, you know, and the strength that Luka got. So I haven't saw none of them play yet, but I'm definitely looking forward to watching the tournament, because I think the tournament gonna get right to business about to see who really at where they stand as far as team wise.
I really think if you're talking about the tournament, I think the team that's gonna go down towards the end, I will have to say, this is my prediction. I'm definitely gonna say OKC is gonna be up there, because OKC is undefeated right now. I think they're 6-0. Yeah, they're undefeated. They haven't lost not one game yet. They dominated Denver. I watched that Denver game. That Denver game was nuts, man. Chet Holmgren is like definitely up there for MVP. He's definitely up there. I think he's behind AD as far as for MVP race.
Right.
If AD doesn't win it, Chet Holmgren is definitely gonna get it 100%. Just how he is with OKC. And on top of that, you got Alex Caruso, and then you got Hartenstein, the center from the Knicks. You know, and you got another center behind Chet Holmgren, and that's a team right there.
Right. So you're going with OKC.
I got OKC.
I haven't really watched, so I'm just gonna pick out the dark and stick with my team that I picked from the beginning, which is the Spurs. So I'm gonna stick with the Spurs for now to at least get. Well, I ain't gonna say they're gonna win it. I think the Spurs will make the Final Four.
I feel like that. Yeah.
I will say Final Four. I don't want to say win, but I think they might be able to slide in at the Final Four.
Yeah. I think
and
so.
And then Dallas. I got Dallas, OKC, Spurs, and maybe Denver for the West, and in the East, I'm gonna say Boston, Philly, Knicks, and then I want to say who's that fourth team? I want to say the fourth team I gotta be will go with that's tough for that fourth team for that fourth slot for the East. Oh man,
Cavs.
Yeah. I'll go Cavs. Yeah, you're right, Cavs. That's the four for the East and the West.
Yeah, I feel like Cavs is definitely going to be up there in that fourth spot for me. Definitely going to be Boston. I'll have to say the Pacers. Pacers definitely going to make a repeat. Not repeat. I think they're going to try to get a chance to get it again because they didn't get it last year. So I'm gonna go with Boston, Pacers, Cavs.
You got to put Philly in there because they got your boy from the Clippers.
I can't say Clippers though because I don't think.
No, not Clippers. I'm saying Philly.
Philly, but I don't think Joel's gonna be playing those games, man. Actually, you know what? That's actually kind of crazy because after we talk about this, I want to bring up Joel's statement too because I heard a lot of chapping about Joel Embiid, bro. I gotta bring it up right after this, but I got Boston, Cavs, Pacers. So that's Boston, Cavs, Pacers. I need one more.
Philly. If you don't go Philly, you gotta go Knicks, man.
Oh my god, I'm gonna say Knicks because Knicks is a much better team, bro.
Yeah, Knicks is man. You can't do away with Knicks. The boys is balling.
And on the Western, I'm gonna have to go with my Warriors, LA, OKC.
See, now that last one was a wild card.
I'm stuck between Denver and I'm stuck between
Dallas.
I'm gonna have to go with Denver, bro. I'm gonna have to go with Denver because I feel
like
you
got Dallas outside looking in.
No, I'm so shocked. I'm gonna go with Dallas because Clay has been playing.
Yes, you can't forget about Dallas. Is you kidding me?
I was gonna pick Denver, but I was like, nah. Dallas has been doing pretty good. They've been doing pretty good with Clay.
Yes,
it's just off the catch and shoot. So those are my Final Four that I know for sure is gonna go all out and win. But I think for the championship round, I'm gonna have to sneak in OKC for. I'm gonna do OKC.
So you got OKC versus Boston. That's my early prediction.
100%. It's gonna be Boston, OKC, 100%.
Yeah, if I had to go with the strongest picks, that's my two strongest, unless it's upset. But I would say OKC, Boston.
Because Boston has beaten every single team for the past few games.
Right.
and it's almost and we got like a few more weeks left until the tournament starts. So like Boston
Tournament
has
start next week. Today is the second. The tournament starts in 8 days.
right.
Today is November 2nd. It starts in 8 days.
Exactly. So I need y'all to like put that on put that in your schedule. Watch the tournament. If y'all can't, stay tuned
Right.
for the next show. And so we'll
Exactly.
do some predictions again later on, you know.
Right, right. Well, listen,
But
Aramis, listen, man. I'm glad unfortunately we had the connection issues and we got on a little late, but where I'm at now, they about to lock up place here, so I'm gonna have to jump off. But I definitely glad I got in and man, listen, I'm back on board now. So, I did do a little research and I'm gonna have some more to add to the next show. I may be able to jump in on Wednesday, just check on me early on Wednesday, but if not, definitely next Saturday. But I'm back on board, man, and hope we can get Juice back in here too, so we can really get this joint popping back.
of course.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll continue to keep doing the show because I got some things I got to talk about, but I'll continue them, and then
Yes, sir.
we'll.
Hey, great job, by the way. Hey, we up to 50 viewers, man. Hit like and subscribe the button. Let's keep pushing, baby. Let's keep pushing. And
Let's keep
whatever
it
you
up.
do it on the next one, you edit up the
20
show, man.
subscribers,
Listen,
bro.
pump that joint up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, bro.
All right. Well, listen, man. Listen, definitely thank y'all. Let me see, if you want to go ahead and sign us off, man. I'm glad I'm back on board. We had a good show today. We say OKC versus Boston in the end game joint.
Yep. OKC versus Boston in the end game of the tournament.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right.
Are you gonna sign us off?
What? I gotta finish the show.
What you say, Aramis?
I said I got a few more things that I gotta finish out with the show, so I gotta finish this off.
Okay. Well, man, listen. I'm signing off. Man, Basketball Truth and Knowledge, we back, baby. And finish it out, Aramis. You got some good information for me. Like I said, hit like and subscribe the button, and we're gonna try to see if we can get our viewers up. We're looking to try to get our first 500. Let's shoot to go over 500 now.
All
right, I'm out. Peace.
right, y'all. There are a lot of things that I want to discuss so far, so let's get into that. So we just did our predictions for the end season tournament that will be starting November 12th. Please put that in your schedule so you can be able to go watch that. We will be doing our predictions. Hopefully we can get a big crowd, and hopefully my cousin Ramir can hop on with us on Wednesday, or we can we'll figure out, because I would love to get me, Ray, my co-host Juice, co-host Merrick, all four of us in the live talking about the description of the tournament, not description, but the prediction of the tournament, and then we'll go from there. So another thing too is that my co-host brought up an interesting team that I wanted to get into, and that was the next thing that I want to discuss. Joel Embiid. I don't know. It's just something about this man that kind of aggravates me so much right now. And I actually want to bring this up because one of the medical staff is suing the organization of Philly for, hold on, let me pull it up. So, okay, so it says it right here. Sixers fined by the NBA. So it's fined by $100K by the NBA. Sixers fined by the NBA for statements about Embiid's health. The NBA has fined. I'm sorry, no, not the medical staff. The NBA itself is fined the Philadelphia 76ers $100K for public statements around health status of center Joel Embiid. What are the thoughts? And this was 4 days ago. I don't know what's going on with the medical staff as far as Joel Embiid. I don't know what's going on. There has been no updates on that. Um, as you see, he is still doing this. I'm not playing back to back games, which is dumb and stupid. Like, you are needed, and then PG is still not healthy, so we don't know what's going on with that. So like you should find enough for 100K because like you are put in charge of the players that are hurt. PG is still hurt. Think about that. Like this man is still hurt. So I don't know what's going on, but it needs to be like it needs to be changed. Because at the end of the day, it's like I don't know. But here's another so this was 23 hours ago. This is another situation about Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is not happy with the Philly media for questioning his desire to play. So I don't understand why are you not happy on why they're questioning you to play. Because they got questions. You made a comment saying you're not playing back-to-back games. Then Kevin Garnett comments on that. 82 games? 82 games, bro. And then you commented saying I've done way too much for this city to be treated like this. Okay, but yeah, you done so much, but get hurt, and now you're telling the fans and the media that I will not be playing back-to-back games. So basically, what you're saying is that you're not playing the two games, that you're playing one game at a time. Like, I can pull that back up. Hold on, y'all. Where is it at? Let's see if I can find it, because I believe I still have it. Yep, here it is right here. Joel Embiid may never play back-to-back games ever again. Not looking good for Embiid. If I had to guess, I would probably never play back-to-backs the rest of my career. Joel Embiid on his injury concerns. Now you're being heartbroken because the fans are not the fans, but the media is questioning you about. Hold on, let me go back to it again. Joel Embiid is not happy with the Philly media for questioning his desire to play. They should question you. Y'all, please go in the comments and definitely and let me know. Should Joel Embiid get upset for the Philly media to question him for desire to play? Because did he not say that I will never play back-to-back games ever again in his whole career? He will never play back-to-back games ever again concerning his injuries. Now he goes and commented in the media saying, I've done way too much for this team, for this city to be treated like this. If you start making comments like I'll never play back-to-back games again, of course you're gonna get treated like that. You cannot make comments like this and then expect for the media to question you this way at all. It's that simple, Joel. You are the franchise center. They're gonna come for you. Any franchise player on a certain team by a position, it is up to you at the exact same time. But they're just trying to figure out, why aren't you playing the game that you're supposed to be playing? You were paid $100-some million of a 3-year contract, and you're talking about, oh, I would never play back-to-back games ever again in my entire career, just because of how many injuries you had along the years. Come on, Joel. You gotta make sense, bro. You definitely do. Um, so that's my take on a Joel situation. So I got another injury updates for my team, the Golden State Warriors. Injury updates on Steph Curry, DeAnthony Melton. Golden State Warriors guard Steph Curry, who has missed the last 2 games due to a left peroneal strain, was reevaluated earlier today. The reevaluation indicated that Curry is making good progress, and as a result, he has been cleared to return to segments of the team's practice tonight in Houston. He will not play in 2 games in tomorrow's games against the Rockets and will be reevaluated again on Sunday. Golden State Warriors guard DeAnthony Melton, who has missed the last 2 games due to a strained lower back, was reevaluated earlier today. The reevaluation indicated that Melton is making good progress. He will not play in tomorrow's games in Houston will be reevaluated again in 1 week. So that is the updates on the injuries of the 2 guards, Steph Curry and DeAnthony Melton. And that was 22 hours ago. That was yesterday. Hold on, I need some water. Hold on, guys. But I think is because like we just talked about this too. Me and my co-host Ray, we just talked about this earlier. That early in the show, towards the beginning, we just talked about how the Warriors are progressing really good without Curry, Wiggins, DeAnthony Melton. The only available players are Brandon Podzinski, Buddy Hield, and a few other Warrior players that are playing right now. And I don't know. It's just like there's so many injuries going on right now. Lawyer marketing is hurts, but like the Warriors have shown that they can still win games without Curry, without the backups like Curry, DeAnthony Melton, and Wiggins. Draymond has been playing very well. I'm surprised. No text after the first game that they had in the first opener game. The Warriors still won that game. Right now, Warriors are 4-1. Now, I think they're more than just 4-1. I had to look it up later. But I'm trying to think of something. Hold on, guys. Okay, yeah. So this one right here. This one is concerning me a lot, y'all. This is from Basketball Forever. Jonathan Kuminga's days at Golden State might be numbered. So this has concerned me a lot lately. And I love Jonathan Kuminga's role when it comes to playing with the Golden State Warriors and the way how he's played very well. He's a phenomenal player. And I don't know. It ain't looking too good for him at all playing with Golden State. Now, if you guys noticed that he was benched against the Pelicans because they showed it. Well, what they didn't show, but they talked about it during the during the game conference, not a game conference, but during ESPN's talk show that he will be benched. Don't know why they benched him. I don't think I ever really seen that they benched him, but Steve Kerr benched him against the Pelicans and said it came down to combinations and getting a bit more spacing on the floor to start. He wanted to score 17 points, three boards, 3 assists from the bench in the first game. Kuminga is drawing interest from the Sixers and the Nets, two teams that both desperately need that kind of explosive offense he can provide. He didn't sign an extension ahead of the October 21 deadline, so will become a restricted free agent after the season ends. Trade incoming. So he did not sign a an extension ahead of the October 21 deadline. So he will be indefinitely a free agent. How do you guys feel about this trade? His far as of his explosiveness, like why would you want to bench him? Why would you bench Kuminga? I mean, like his explosiveness is definitely needed at times. Like if Curry's not playing, you need a player that is on the floor with you. And Philly definitely needs that. Nets definitely need that. They can definitely use that. But I don't know, man. But I feel like it was a wrong move. But I know people gonna say, "Oh, it's it's pretty reasonable." But that's your opinion. Mine is that you shouldn't have benched him in the first place. And the fact that he didn't sign that he didn't sign another contract to stay with the Golden State. I don't know, but that's what's happening now, and that's what's gonna happen towards the end of the year. Another issue that I picked up. I picked up too. Michael Porter Jr. says that he thinks the Denver Nuggets will break up their core if they do not win a 2025 championship. Just because of last year, they didn't win one last year, and I don't think they won one. I think they won. They won it in 22. No. 22 was Golden State. 23 was I forgot the years that they won it. Actually, no. They won it in 24. No. Boston won it in 24. Denver won it in 23. I was right, 23. Because I was thinking 24, but no, Boston just won it last year. And Michael Porter says that he's worried that the Denver Nuggets will break up their core if they don't win it. I don't know if that's going to happen. I've seen like pictures of Trae Young going to Denver, getting Jamal Murray. Like I don't know, because I don't think the organization is going to release everybody and pick up some new players. But I don't think Denver is gonna give up everybody away. It's gonna break up their core if they don't win one. I don't think that's gonna happen 100%. That's not. It is 5:15. I will be talking about the remaining show. This is concerning the thumbnail. I will put it up again so you guys can see it for our new viewers. This is the thumbnail right now. I got Darvin Ham in the corner. I got Doc Rivers, Giannis, and Dame on the other corner, and I put Endgame. So that is the thumbnail for today's video. Now, guys, I have concerns for the Greek Freak himself, Giannis Antetokounmpo. This has already been a thing where he may get traded. That this may be his last chapter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let me pull it up. Now, now, if you go watch our last episode that we talked about Giannis's next chapter, if he was to ever get traded. Now, the teams that I listed were Miami, Warriors, Raptors, the Knicks, Boston Celtics, Lakers, Dallas, Phoenix, Philly, and that's it. But like the teams so far that are narrowed down to him being traded will have to be either Miami or the Nets. Miami or Brooklyn are the two teams that Giannis preferred trade destinations. Now he's gonna prefer those two. So he would love to play in Miami and he would love to play in Brooklyn. I feel like he would most definitely fit well with. I would say Brooklyn. I'm gonna say Brooklyn because if you go to Miami, you're gonna have to give up some pieces. You're gonna have to give up Tyler Hero. You're gonna have to give up Bam. Because Bam is our center. You're gonna have to give up. I mean, Jimmy is looking to get traded soon. So there's a lot of trade rumors that are happening around. Giannis is I feel like it's real. I feel like his trade is real because if they don't win a chip this year, he's gonna get traded. But why are you putting this pressure on? And I said in my show, why are you putting this pressure on him? Why? Now, my 3 questions for the title. It says, should Doc Rivers get fired? Should Giannis get traded? Are the Bucks in trouble? The third question of the day, are the Bucks in trouble? Yes, they are in trouble. Because they are now, because I believe, if I can pull up their, hold on, y'all. Let me pull up the Bucks's. So the Bucks. Okay, so the Bucks is few games. If we go to, hold on, y'all. Okay, so if you go to all the way in October 2024, they lost their. So they lost 1, 2, 3, 4. They lost 4 home games. Actually, no. What is their record? Bucks record. Okay, so if you go towards the. Okay, so October 23rd. So you got 1. Let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're 4 and I can't tell what the record is. I don't know, y'all. I can't tell what the record is, but I feel like the Bucks are in trouble because they lost a few games back to back, and they only won a few. But should Giannis get traded? I feel like he shouldn't because you really need him. but I feel like Bucks are never gonna get a championship. I feel like they're not. I feel like Giannis got. I feel like Giannis getting his first chip back in 2021. I feel like it was earned because he fought hard for it. He poured his heart out into that year. Came out strong, and he definitely earned it. But as far as this year, you're facing a lot of competitive stars who's only been here for at least 4 or 5 years. Like you're facing some incredible teams who has been the same team for years, but has developed and gotten better. Over the all season. I feel like you should get. I feel like you should trade him just to get him. But if you trade him, it's like now Giannis is on his own. No, I'm sorry. Then Dame is on his own again with no more support. Not support, but with no more help. But Bucks has had a better record than Blazers. So I feel like Dame shouldn't have to worry about losing more. But with losing your big like Giannis, it's kind of is it downgrades your chances of winning games. So it's like I don't know. My question is undecided as far as should Giannis get traded? Should Doc Rivers get fired? Hey, that I don't know. As far as him getting traded, not getting traded, but him getting fired, I don't know what he's doing. Doc Rivers, what are you doing, bro? Are you trying to win a game, or like are you trying to win? Are you trying to lose? Like I don't know what's your motive, but at the same time, it's like it's like you got to figure it out, bro. But I don't want to get into that too much. Like I want to wait till they get to the tournament, and I want to see what the progress because it's still early. So I don't want to make these questions. I don't want to answer these questions yet. But I'm saying the Bucks are in trouble. They're definitely in trouble. But the two questions I don't want to answer right now. So I'm gonna put a pause on those questions. But I want to wait and see, and then I'm gonna save these questions for later. For Wednesday. No, I'm gonna save them for when the tournament starts, November 12th. Clock it down, so write it down. Get ready for that moment because we will be talking about that sooner or later. I don't know, but I'm more concerned of Giannis. I'm more concerned about Dame. Milwaukee has brought Dame into this organization to help Giannis, and no progress has been made at all. So it has been at a point where Milwaukee is. I know the fans are gonna hate Darvin Ham. I'm sorry, not Darvin Ham. They're gonna hate Doc Rivers for this. They're probably gonna go off. They're gonna hate Milwaukee for this too. But I know some fans are probably gonna be okay with it. Some is probably not gonna be okay with it. But at the same time, it's like I don't know, bro. Kind of feel bad. This man, I kind of feel bad because you're putting so much pressure on him. You're putting all that on Giannis to get a chip. Like I understand, like he's the best player on that team. Like it's his responsibility to make sure that y'all get a ring. It's not just him. You brought Dame to help Giannis. So really, it's the organization's fault. It's the coaching. It's literally, but it's a team effort. If like I don't know, but at the same time, it's like why would you want to trade away Giannis if he doesn't get a ring? Like that's too much on him. It is. It's too much on Giannis, and I feel like it's something that you guys shouldn't be doing at all. But I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure out something else that I wanted to probably discuss and bring up. Actually, nah, that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about. So let's go ahead and put the music on. But thank you guys for staying tuned for the live video today. Sorry, there were some major difficulties. As you see, my co-host had to end early, and we got a little inside take on his questions that he wanted to discuss with us and with me. I'm glad that he was able to present those questions so I can be able to answer them the best I can, and hopefully he can be available for Wednesday. Like I said, Wednesday I'm trying to bring my co-host Ray, co-host Juice, co-host Amir. I'm trying to bring all of us onto the show in one episode so that we get these numbers bumping. But thank you guys for the 50 views on last week's episode. Thank you guys so much for that. And thank you for the one subscriber we got. We got 23 subscribers, 58 videos. Please, out of all 58 videos, click off this live, go watch those. And if you like them, comment on all my videos, ask questions so I can bring them up into the next upcoming show. And I keep forgetting to put my social medias in the description so you guys can DM me some questions, Facebook, Instagram, and then that's it. But thank you guys so much. With all being said, this is the Basketball Trip for Knowledge. I'm your host, Aramis, and he's out. Peace, y'all.